friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about IELTS Writing Task 1 for academic students. Firstly, in this video, I'll be giving you few instructions about how to describe a chart, and then while the video proceeds, we'll discuss an example of a line chart. So without any further delay, let's dive into the video. First and foremost, read and understand the graph first so that you can describe it accurately. If you don't understand the graph, then you'll end up writing unimportant things in your graph. Use wide variety of sentences like complex, simple, etc. Next is, provide a very short summary of what you have described in the chart. Your summary should be of only one line, okay? But it should be up to the point. Group your data together so that you have a very well organized answer. And lastly, make sure you have written at least 150 words in your chart. So now friends, I'll be sharing a picture of a line graph with you. You can pause the video for a few seconds and go through the chart. So as you have seen the line graph, what you will do, if you want to describe a chart, you have to divide your graph into three sections. First is introduction of the chart, second is overview of the chart, and third is details or body of the chart. First is introduction or introduce the chart, second is overview of the chart, and third is body or giving details of the chart. Let's go into introduction of the chart. Use only one or two lines to paraphrase the title of the chart. Make sure you use the time frame if there is any in the chart. For example, in this chart, you can clearly see that the chart illustrates the type and consumption of fast food by Australian teenagers within the years 1975 to 2000. I'll tell you again, this chart shows the type and amount of fast food consumed by Australian teenagers within the year 1975 to 2000. So as you can see, we have included a time frame which is 1975 to 2000. So this will go into your introduction part. Second is overview of the chart. Overview includes the overall understanding of the chart, means what the chart is going to say in brief. You must not write the whole paragraphs in your overview section. So as you can see, one thing that we can make out of this chart is that the consumption of one type of fast food decreased over the period of time. On the other hand, consumption of the second type of fast food increased. So this will come in the overview section. Why? Because it describes the overall understanding of the chart. Let's move on to the body or giving details of the chart. In this section, you can explain your points specifically in details. Whatever creativity you want to use, you can use in this section. Okay? Make sure you use different types of sentences and transitions. See whether there are any differences or similarities in the graph or any particular patterns included in the graph. As we discussed in the overview portion, the consumption of fish and chips decreased over the period of time. On the other hand, pizza and hamburger increased. So from this we can say that pizza and hamburgers followed a similar kind of pattern. So you have to include this in your body section and explain about it. Make sure you don't explain the same point over and over again. You also have to explain about the second type of food, that is fish and chips. Okay, so make sure you use another paragraph to describe another of your points. That is, use different paragraphs to explain different points in your graph so that your answer will look neat and clean. Do not over-explain or repeat the same points in your graph. It won't make the content stronger, but on the other hand, it will make it weaker as you have used only same kinds of sentences in your graph. So with this, I'll show you the answer key, a simple answer key of this chart that we have discussed. So go through it and see what are the mistakes that you have done and what have I done, right? So with this, I conclude my video. Thank you.